So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this episode of Let Me Show You. Today I have a fantastic game lined up for you. It's Might and Magic 6, The Mandate of Heaven. This is not to be confused with the much newer Heroes of Might and Magic 6, which I don't remember the subtitle to. Might and Magic 6 was a game released by 3DO, developed by New World Computing. It was released in 1998, and it is a spiritual successor or a direct descendant of Might and Magic 5, as you might imagine. And it's set in the same world as Heroes and Might and Magic 2 and 3. Now, if this is confusing, yeah, it is. Basically, they created the World of Scene, the first 5 Might and Magic games, amazing role-playing games, a bit dated. Of course, this is dated as well, but they've aged differently. And they hired a very famous fantasy novelist called, let me just check my notes here, Gary Gable, to actually, they told him to write 3 novels about this new world, and that was going to be the setting of Might and Magic 6. And a couple of months before the game was released, they decided that no, this isn't working. Instead we're going to put it in the world we already have with Heroes of Might and Magic, because Heroes of Might and Magic 2 had actually been released a couple of years earlier. So they rewrote the story, they changed a lot of the names of the areas, and they put the game in that world instead. It's set about 10 years after Heroes of Might and Magic, so a lot of the characters return. You can find them in the game world in different ways. And this had a couple of interesting side effects. For instance, I never understood the intro. I played this game a lot as a child, and I never really understood what the intro had to do with the game. And that was because the intro was actually developed for the old game, or for the old novels that was written by Giri, and they didn't have time to remake the intro, so the intro makes no sense whatsoever when you actually come into the game. You have this old guy Falagar that tells you that he's going to teach you how to do things. And Falagar is actually in the game. You can find him sitting in a little hut. And the only thing he says is that I have finished training you, now go on your quest. And he does nothing else. That's it, basically. So, Might and Magic 6. It is a first-person RPG. It is very special in a lot of ways. Not only is it huge. When it was released, I think it was the biggest ever RPG ever made, in that it's humongous. But of course it's easy to make a huge map, and they did. It has so many dungeons. They developed 2 different engines for it, one called Horizon and one called Labyrinth, and that's for overworld and underworld, basically dungeon crawling. So let's start a new game here and see what we can do. We'll go into Might and Magic here, and new game. Having cheated death during the night of shooting stars, you find yourself as far from your village of Sweetwater as old Falagar's magic could take you. Now, this is actually rewritten, so it works, but I think what they did is that they had the story with Sweetwater and the night of shooting stars and everything like that. That kind of fit in with the old Heroes of Might and Magic, or sorry, the old Might and Magic story from like way back, but it didn't at all fit in with the Heroes of Might and Magic, so they've kind of tried to fit these together in a way that, I don't know, I just think is fun. So, quick start and create party. Let's go to create party. Whoa, that's fast. I love it when this happens. So here we have an older engine, and everything is sped up times 100. You can't see this, but there's a similar fire over here. Anyways, so you have 4 characters in your party. The game is called Might and Magic, so you can choose between magic characters, such as the Sorcerer and Cleric, and pure Might characters, like the Knight. The Paladin, of course, is a semi-magical knight. He can use some forms of magic, which is quite common in RPGs. What more do we have here? Okay, so we have a set of skills: Might, Intellect, Personality. If I right-click, I can see what each of these do. Not very much, not too much information, but enough. Skills: Sword. Sword skill covers most types of blades, longer than a knife. Well, that's good to know. And you have normal, expert, and master class. So my paladin can pick down here. Might be covered by my wonderful face here, but I hope you think I'm pretty enough. You can pick some classes. We have the knight, we have the cleric, the sorcerer, the paladin, the archer, and the druid. So the knight, cleric, and sorcerer are pure classes, you can say. The knight is a pure might class. He can never gain any magic. He is a fighter through and through. The cleric is a healer. It's your bread and butter healer. The sorcerer is, of course, your damage dealing magic wielder. And the paladin combines might and, well, might and magic, surprise. Might and the cleric magic, so he can learn to raise and heal and stuff like that. The archer combines the might with the damaging spells, the sorcerer. And the druid actually combines, if I'm not wrong here, both of the magic wielders, so it's a cleric and sorcerer in one. But I figure I do not have time to create a party, so let's go with a quick start and see what happens. Okay, so here I am. This is a thing that I actually love about older games. Now, as I said, I've played this game and I played its sequels. Sadly, I played number 9 as well, and that's a horrible game. Don't get it, whatever you do. 6, 7, and 8, amazing games. Definitely try them out. Number 9, no. They changed everything and they did not do it right. So here we have Roderick the Paladin, Alexis the Archer, Serena the Cleric, and Zoltan the Sorcerer, and they are good. Okay, so this is the screen where most of your attention will be directed. Here we look around. Now we are in horizon mode, so we are above ground. We have, well, we have a whole world to discover. As I said, it's huge. If we look at the map, I see this far around me. That's, well, up to there, basically. And this is one out of, I believe, 12 areas. So we have 12 areas this large, and it takes hours to walk around it. Later on, you get spells like fly, jump, stuff like that. But in the beginning, you're stuck to walking around, and it takes forever. And it's not as simple as just walking around either, because, well, a lot of the maps are made. We have a map up here, which is nice. A lot of the maps are meant so, for here, for instance, we have the sea, the open ocean. Now, I know there are islands and stuff out here, but I have no way of getting to them yet. That will have to come later on in the game. So, here we are. If you read the intro, I believe they tell you that you are in the town of New Sorpigal, and we have some stuff to do here. Well, actually, we don't. I don't think... Do I have any quests for current quests? Show Sulma's letter to Andover Portobello in New Sorpigal. Okay. Welcome to New Sorpigal. Awesome. So down here, all of the information will be displayed when you look at different stuff, and peasant, New Sorpigal coach company. So you'll look a lot here as well. Okay, so here we have the Lonely Knight. That looks like an inn to me. Okay, some music here. The Lonely Knight, we have the Innkeep, Andover Portobello, and Maria. Okay, Innkeep, tip barkeep. Have a drink first now. Maria, Brigands, with the Death of Roland. Death of Roland? Whoa. Huh. I did not know that Roland was dead, but okay. Andover Portobello, the follower of Bath, fellow travelers. The letter. Oh, he gives me 1,000 gold and a quest. Could you do the Temple of Ba a favor? It appears that my brethren left the old temple to the northwest of here in a little too much of a hurry, and the candelabra. Okay. Go get the candelabra. Now, there are so many people to talk to. You can just talk to everyone. You have an average reputation, sir. I don't want anything to do with you. Beg. I gave it the guild. I'm not interested. Okay. So, if we go into the characters. Oh, yeah. Oh, look. They're already equipped. Awesome. The letter. Okay. Oh yeah, the paladin can get that. I feel that I do not have enough sound controls. Oh look, the sound was turned down, that's why. I love this. This is like in old Warcraft 2 when when you tried out the sound and you were outside in the DOS menu and you could like pick sound cards and everything. It was way before Plug and Play, and if you pick the right sound card, you have this footman saying, "Your sound card works perfectly." I think this is excellent. Your sound card is working. So, whilst we're here, we might as well check out the options menu. We have graphics detail, low, medium, high. If this is high, oh, let's just check out. We have to check out. Whoa. Oh my god. It only affects this though. This is still, I wouldn't say high def, but I mean it looks good. But this, huh. Okay. And this is actually a thing. I had a friend of mine whose computer wasn't the best in the world, so he could only play this with a 16 time turn rate, and that basically splits the world into 16 slices. So if you turn, you turn so fast, but you only have a set amount of views available to you. Whilst if you go back to control and turn on smooth instead, then of course you have this smooth turning. So power gamers would actually use 16 times, I guess, because, well, it's easier to turn around. Walk sound, show damage, and controls. And that's pretty much, well, okay, not controls. That's pretty much it for here. Otherwise, in the UI, we have the minimap, we have current quests, auto notes, maps, and calendar. We have game options, quick reference, rest, and cast spell. And this is my party. They have some starting equipment that correlates to the skills that they have. And these are spell books. Yes, so if I give them to them, they learn spells. And there we have the potions. Basically, you have empty bottles and you have reagents. Or regents, I don't know. Reagents, that's a good word for it. And if you mix them, you get different kinds of potions. And all of these are mana potions or magic potions.
Yes.
Won't do a lot. But if I, for instance, have a red potion as well, we can go here maybe? Is this a trading company? Yeah.
Have a look around.
Okay, so say we buy this potion bottle and this red one.
Thank you.
That would create a health potion. No problem. And with these two, if I mix them, I'd get a blue or purple potion, which is actually cure poison. And then I could use the purple potion with something else, and there are like 40 different potions or something that you basically have to guess your way to get all of them. And I think it actually records, yeah. It records when you manage to make a new one. And if you if you create one that doesn't work, it blows up in your face. Literally, it blows up. So, we're about 10 minutes into the video maybe, and I haven't really shown you a lot yet. I've just walked around here, talked about some about the game. Let's find something to do. Now, the temple was to the northwest. I don't think I want to go there because, well, no, that's hard. Let's look around in here. Oh wait, we can actually go, I think it's here. So this video, seeing as I've played this game as much as I have, it's impossible to do a first impressions. It's one of my favorite games as a child, so I'll do as much as I remember, and I'll just try to make it a first impressions. Prince Nikolai quest. Members of the Shadow Guild have moved down south recently and have been trying to exert their influence over merchants in the area. Sure, and Janice has Tuesday. Okay, what day is it? Oh, I don't know. Bounty hunt. If I, yeah, if I kill a lich and return before the end of the month, I'll get 2,000 gold. Too bad that the lich would eat me for breakfast. Oh, Goblin Watch. I got a key. Just south of town is an old keep called Goblin Watch. This was originally built. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, I remember. So there's a fortress here to the south, and I'm gonna have to go check it out. It's up here somewhere, I think. Yeah, there it is. So let's do a bit of combat. Now, I got some spell books here, so let's check what I got. I got Torchlight, Flame Arrow, Cold Beam, and Awaken. Okay, so let's set that as my ready spell. She got Meditation, Remove Fear, First Aid, and Cure Weakness. I think that one is the Cure. Cure 5 hit points on a single target. Yeah, that's the Cure spell, so let's use that one. Alexis the Archer. She got Wizard Eye. Awesome. Wizard Eye updates the minimap, so it shows me a lot of things that I didn't see before, such as these goblins coming to kill me. Whoa, they are coming to kill me. Uh-oh. Okay, so first thing with combat in this game, you can use it either turn-based. If you press the enter key or return key, you enter combat, and this is turn-based combat. So Of course, I don't have... Well, my archer has a bow that she can use. None of the others have any things. But he has his flame arrow, so let's use that. And he missed. Okay. That's actually a lot of goblins. Now, the other way to do this is to... My impressions are perfect. Don't you dare say anything else. Anyways, yeah. So I've done 7 damage and the goblins are still coming this way. Oh, one of them is down! He's down! You don't have to play turn-based though. If you want to, you can open it up. Of course, this makes it way harder to hit with ranged weapons and stuff like that. And I can use the hotkey S to cast my spell. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's not do that. Another one bites the dust. You would face my warrior, you mad goblin. Okay, so as long as it's yellow, they're not in direct contact with you, so I don't think I can hit them, no. But this turns red when they are close, in close combat. Ow. 1 damage, yeah. Okay, so she should heal herself. Okay, so now there are not enough of them to actually bother with turn-based anymore. I'll just hunt them down in normal mode. And I think I can use the keyboard. Yeah, you don't actually need a mouse. I'm lying, you need a mouse for a lot of things in this game. But for a lot of the... When you're out in the world like this, you actually don't need a mouse. You just play around with the keyboard and, well, makes it easier. Now, but when you're in stores and stuff like that, you will need a mouse as well. Oh, looky here. Goblin. Now, the world is full of all kinds of goodies, such as this thing here. If I open it though...
I don't know.
Okay, so we have an axe, we have a cutlass, and we have a club, but we don't know what it is. There are so many skills in this game. There are, if we go in here skills. You start up off with a couple of skills, and you can find different places where to buy more skills. Guilds, different trainers, stuff like that. And for each level, you get a couple of skill points. And every skill costs as much as the level you're trying to get to. So if I were to raise my daggers here, it would cost me 2 skill points. But if I was trying to get to level 3, that would cost me 3 skill points, and so on and so forth. And if I right click, I see that each skill has a normal, expert, and a master level. And what that is that at level 4, I can become an expert in a skill. And I think it's level 10, 8 or 10, I can become a master in a skill, and that adds an additional bonus to it. So the level is usually some flat bonus, like at normal, skill added to attack bonus. So for every skill level I have in dagger, I get +1 attack, which basically makes it easier to hit. So attack is to hit, and damage is, damage. And expert permits use of dagger in left hand. Then I can use 2 daggers, which increases my damage and my attack bonus, because usually weapons have attack bonuses. And master, chance to cause triple damage equal to skill. So say that I have skill level 20, then I have a 20% chance to cause triple damage, which in this case would be 3 to 9. Whoa, that's not a lot of damage at all. And of course we have these for all the different ones. So for magic, it's always effect vary per spell, because, well, it depends on which skill you're using. Chain, skill added to armor class. Sword. Sword you can use in your left hand as well, but not until you're a master with it. So the dagger is faster there. And you don't have the third... you don't have a chance to cause triple damage. Instead, skill reduces recovery time, so you can hit more often. This is, of course, outweighed with daggers being much faster weapons to begin with. So, but then again, swords do more damage. So my sword do 3d3 and my dagger does 2d2. Yeah. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, something is shooting at me. That means there is a goblin shaman. Yeah, you can always right-click on your enemies and see how much health they have, well, approximately, and what type of enemy they are. And I believe there's like a Whoa, they are taking out my cleric. I believe there's like a monster identification skill that will give you more info, like the exact amount of HP and resistances and stuff like that. But that one is kind of good indicator. I did 5 damage to him with that shot, and he now has... It doesn't really help me pointing at the screen. It's like, oh, here. If you look here on the screen, you can see that about, what, 1/5 of his health bar has disappeared. So that means he has about 25 HP. Maybe. Ow, and he shoots. Ow. Didn't say anything about that. Okay, let's get him. Okay, so now he's running away. That means he's low on HP. There we go, he had 1 HP left. So, if you like chaotic battles, then just do it non-turn based. And if you want more control of your battles, then turn-based is definitely the way to go. And it differs a bit on how many enemies there are as well, because if there are loads of enemies, of course, they will get to hit you more often. And if you're in turn-based then well, maybe you're hit 10 times for every time that you get to hit once. And if you're in non-turn-based, well, you can back up and do stuff like that you just can't do when you're in turn-based. So, here we have the bodies of our slain enemies. Did I? Yeah, okay. So, if you click on it, you will get gold. Now, I didn't show this before, but this game is actually quite interesting because it's sort of a 2.5D. I mean, this world is all 3D. You can walk around, you can look up, down, you can fly, as I said, but all of the sprites in it are 2D. So it doesn't matter how I'm looking at them from what angle, they will always look the same. So you can actually see this. If I look, the body sort of follows me with the camera. So this is true for, well, most things. Most of the static sprites, such as bodies, the trees, and stuff like that. While living characters have, I think it's 4 or 5. I think it's looking to the right, looking to the left, walking away to the left, and walking away to the right. I don't think they have straight ahead, do they? Yeah, they do, and straight ahead, and then I assume they have straight away as well. Yeah, so that would mean they have 6 states in which you can look at them. Ooh, wait, 8 states, straight from the... Okay, I didn't do my research very well, I'm sorry, but 8 states is still not full 3D, because they simply didn't have the technology. They didn't have the technology to make full 3D sprites. Well, that's of course because it's not polygon technology, it is sprite technology. So, I'm going to a store here, the Common Defense. I can sell some of that stuff I found. He doesn't want that because he's an armor smith. This, of course, is a problem with older games. The merchants will only buy exactly the kind of thing that they're selling. Looking for a weapon? You can hear the smithy here, the knife shopper. The old knife shopper. Anyways, yeah, the stores will only sell and buy exactly the thing that they're selling, and this usually not a problem because, well, you think, well, 3 weapons, that's not so hard, go to the weapon shop. Well, when you have 3 weapons, you have 2 armors, you have a pearl, you have a magic book, it's like there are like 6 different types of store. It just gets annoying after a while. Just let me sell it wherever I want. But of course, modern RPGs has solved a lot of that. Now, I think that I've shown you about as much as I was planning to do. This is Might and Magic 6. It is a fantastic game. If you never played any of the Might and Magic series, I definitely recommend it. If you like the story of Heroes of Might and Magic 2, which I did a review on earlier on, I definitely recommend go into this game, check it out. There is so much to do, so much to see. And let me just go in here as well. So this is Goblin Watch. This is the keep. Whoa! That they asked me to open up. And every single dungeon in the game has this. It's like a short explanation with a picture of it. So the weathered stones of this old keep shelter empty buildings in an unused courtyard. Faint sounds echo from a worn stairway that leads down below the keep. Okay, let's go in. So this is the other engine. It has different map type. Now we're in Labyrinth. And we can walk around. There are doors. There are secret things. If we cast Lizard's Eye again, maybe we can find something. Here we go. Rats. A common rat attacks us. Okay, we nearly killed it instantly. Well. And I'm gonna die here. Just yeah, we are. And I really hope that you like this this Let's Play, and that you'll watch more of my videos in the future. Don't forget to subscribe.
Eternity lies before thee. Thy work in the land of the living is not
It's
done.
not yet.
Return, brave ones. I am certain we will meet again.
Yeah, so that's the final part of the game. You can't die. There's no way to die, or well, of course you can die, but you're always returned to New Sorpagal with nothing and broke. He takes all of your... I don't know why Death takes your money. I mean, he leaves you your equipment, but he takes your money. Don't you be trying to cheat Death. Now, you can prevent this. They have a banking system, so there are banks in the game here. And he doesn't take the money you have in the bank. So as long as you bank every now and then, you're safe. But of course, you can't use the money in the bank. There are no credit cards. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed the video, as I said. And don't forget to subscribe. There will be more videos coming. See you around.